So today's news is multiple things and can be multiple things in the future. Let me explain. Basically, Clayface could possibly be a villain in the Batman 2, but this is currently surprising and unexpected. But in the future, if this is true and the movie comes out, this could open up some interesting things for the Reeves Batman verse, or it could be a seemingly huge setup that crushes all of our hopes and dreams and ultimately gives us something we never wanted in the first place. So we got some news from Deadline, an article talking about Mike Flanagan pitching a Clayface movie to WB and DC, but that's not all. There's a lot more to this article, which by the way, probably not a good idea. Let's not think what Sony is currently doing is a good thing, because it's not. But this article doesn't seem like much and doesn't seem to relate to the Batman universe, but let's continue. Really quick before we get into this, just wanted to quickly say thanks for 600 subscribers. Appreciate every single one of y'all. We literally just hit 500 like 2 weeks ago, so thanks for the support. Also, fun fact, the article we're going over today is the article I used for my last video on TASM 3. That shit was so funny to me. But let's talk about Clayface and the Batman. They say that sources are telling them that scripts are constantly changing and that Clayface is a big addition to the Batman 2. Before that, they were just talking about like Mike Flanagan was pitching to DC a Clayface movie, but Clayface is apparently in the Batman 2 as a villain, like they went on to say later. And this is from Deadline, not Scoopers Online, so this is like very likely and possible to be like the scenario. So even if we don't get a Clayface movie, which again, I don't see the point of a solo villain movie besides Joker. Joker's pretty cool so far, at least, but like besides that, I don't really see the point in villain movies. But if we don't get a Clayface movie, we likely will be seeing Robert Pattinson's Batman face off against Clayface in the Batman 2. This is exciting but confusing and surprising because, as we all know, the Reeves verse is very grounded, like a little too grounded. And if this is true, this would be cool and exciting. I think for Batman, we all want some more ridiculous stuff or like more comic booky things, because I think we've gotten enough grounded Batman stories. I think it's funny because like for Spider-Man, we have too much multiverse shenanigans and fantastical shit going on, whereas Batman, we have too many grounded stories. Like give us some Poison Ivy, Clayface, Killer Croc, something. Which is why I'm also excited for Batman Brave and the Bold with Robin and stuff, and hopefully we get some cool stuff in that film as well. But now let's get into why this may be disappointing. So if you don't know, in the comics, and I just recently found this out like when this news broke, basically Clayface, like in the Golden Age, I think he used to be an actor in Hollywood, and he found out they were making or remaking one of his old movies, so he got jealous and furious that he wasn't casted for the role, so he took on the persona of the character in the movie, I think that being Clayface, and killed the people of the cast, I think. So the original Clayface was just a guy using clay to essentially change his face into different people, basically Spider-Man's chameleon but without technology. But several iterations later, he became the Clayface we all know and love, the monster made of clay that can shapeshift into anything, any size, basically Sandman but with clay. One of my favorite Clayface appearances was in the Arkham games. I don't remember which one, but he pretended to be Joker, which was super cool, I thought, and that was like a really cool twist. But like I said, the Golden Age of comics, Clayface was just a regular guy, and what I'm hoping is that if Clayface is in the Batman 2, I'm hoping it's not Golden Age Clayface and that it's monster Clayface, because I mean, let's be real people, do we really want this boring Golden Age Clayface, or do we want the great cool looking monster Clayface? I think that's a no-brainer. Ultimately, I would totally take monster Clayface as the villain of the Batman 2. It's just, what kind of story would they tell? This is like a wait and see kind of thing for now, at least. I still am hoping for like Mr. Freeze, because that's a character that we can see be done like both grounded in a little like fantasy, fantastical, comic booky. He's a regular scientist with a disease that creates a suit and a gun that shoots ice. That's not too crazy and far-fetched out of realm or whatever, and can be done good and has great potential for storytelling as well. I think though that we can trust Matt Reeves and, you know, root for him and see where he goes with this sequel to the Batman, and that he can do something amazing with it. And one more problem, if he does do Golden Age Clayface to like fit his universe, like Golden Age Clayface is basically Reeves' Riddler from the Batman, masked killer with like a hidden identity, and like obviously, you know, like they're a little different. Clayface can like change into different people or whatever, but I feel like Golden Age Clayface would be the same as Riddler, just without the internet and like the multiple people with the same costume. It's just same person, different costumes. So it's like a similar concept to what he already did. So I don't want him to like kind of rehash something similar he already did. I'd prefer him to do something that we haven't seen before. But nonetheless, I don't know. Like I said, I trust Matt Reeves. Hopefully, you know, he goes with monster Clayface. We'll see. The release date for the Batman 2 is still supposed to be October 2025. 2025, and they are filming by the end of this year, which is pretty exciting. So at that point, like, you know, we'll see some set photos and hopefully see what the movie is gonna look like. But as of right now, like, they're still wrapping up the script and like trying to figure out what they want to do. So that's kind of why we're starting to hear, like, you know, different things about like what could be going on in the movie. But like I just said, this could not happen because the script's changing. Like, they're looking at different things. So what do you think of Clayface possibly being the villain of the Batman 2? And if you want the monster version or the regular boring guy that's a ripoff of Chameleon from Spider-Man, make sure you comment your opinion down below so I can discuss all of that with you in the comment section. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel, I cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for the games, movies, TV shows, and I try to upload as much as I can. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want more of this type of content. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you have had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.